Editing Mushy here. Let me preface this by saying, 1, there will be a stomach churgle counter at the bottom for your amusement. And 2, I mean no harm or disparagement or ill will toward any one person or company by this video. Hello. First off, I want to say it is never my intention, and nor do I look forward to any time that I have like anything negative to say or anything less than positive or whatever. And even constructive criticism is difficult for me because I feel like it's negative, even though it's to help or to help better a situation. But I come with sad news. I'm not going to actually be able to work on this Cookie Monster canvas. At least right now, maybe not. Like, I hate to say it, but maybe not ever. I'm having some issues with it that is just making it not fun for me, and it's causing me to get frustrated and stressed and grumpy over. But I wanted to show you what kind of was going on and let you see for yourself, in case it is of any benefit to you one way or another. After spending about 5 hours kitting up this kit, 65 colors, I believe the drills were from Evermoment square drills, 50,000, like 100 and something drills. They were quite very staticky. The live's on the playlist if you need to refer to it. That's not the issue with that's a different company's issue, but that was its own little frustration. I mean, heck, it was taking so long to get the drills to get from the baggies into the containers because of the static that my phone actually died midstream. So kind of started off on a bad foot with that. And then I began working on this canvas over 8 hours ago. And in 8 hours, this section is all I have gotten done of the whole thing. For me, and me having done this for years and knowing my timing, it should not, I should be quite a bit further than this in, 8 to 9 hours. And this is as far as I've gotten, and here's why. So, one of the first things I noticed about the canvas here was that there was very low tack in some areas and no tack in some. You can hear, I'll be quiet and I'll let you hear, you can hear there is some tack, but it isn't enough tack to grab and hold the drills off of my pen. Now, this is just a standard brass tip, one placing pen. I do have alien putty in the tip of my pen. For anyone who's watched me for a long time, you know that ever since I discovered alien putty back in, like, I think I found it in January, maybe February, I have been addicted. Like, it's all I ever use. So I'm very familiar with alien putty, and it has never caused any problems with any other diamond painting situations before. So I am disregarding the tip and the putty as being a problem. But it's the tack on the canvas. As you can see here, there are some blank spots where I have not filled in drills. That's because there is not enough tack in those areas to grab and hold the drills, like to grab them off of my pen and hold them. And if it does, it's so slippy, slidey, there's so little tack that it doesn't hold the drills in place. In some instances, I have filled in, like when I was working over here, most of the fly body and fly wing was not tacky at all. And I was, in the beginning, individually putting glue drips down to stick the drills to, and that was just taking so long, and it was tedious, and it was frustrating too. Literally every grid space, drip, 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 wait for it to dry, drill, 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 instead of just going to town. There was no multi-place ability because at least in the places with low or no tack, because it just wouldn't grab the drills off the pen. So just as an example, here's a 310. going to go ahead and pick it up out of my tray. Sorry, I picked up a little wonky there. There we go. Picked up a 310 drill, right? And I know 310 doesn't go here, but just humor me. I mean, I can set it down, but it's not staying. And in some places, it won't even stay on there. But look, it's skating around. There's so little tack on here that I can't get it to actually stick. And even if it does kind of catch, then if I put another drill down and it hits it, it's just going to slide it all around. It's that way over here. It's just, I can easily pick the drill back up. I shouldn't be able to do that. You know, that's the reality of it. Like I said, this is just a small representative. It seemed to be along the side and the bottom, and then just kind of splotchy in places, as you can see, where the tack just wasn't sufficient to even pull the drill off the pen, and if it did, it wasn't enough to hold it in place. Some people might be like, well, that's not a big deal. It is tacky. What's the problem? Well, the problem is you don't want your drills moving around. Once you place it down, you need it to stay put, especially with a square, so that everything stays where it needs to be and not skating around like I just showed. You can hear that there is tack. Some of it's heavier in some places than others, but like you can hear a little bit. But over here on the right, look at the right. Like I can't even unless I really dig my fingers in really hard. Oh, then I can pick this up. I can just peel my fingers off. But just some light tapping. And sorry, my pen got under there. I can't, like over here, it picks it up a little bit. There's a little bit more tack over here than over here. You can hear there's tack, but it's not enough to grab it. Over here is a little heavier tack. This area might have been okay, but it's very minimal, and it seems hit and miss throughout the canvas. You know, there's heavier tack areas, lower tack areas. It's very splotchy, and like I said, hit and miss. Now down here in this bottom corner, let me kind of move down here in this bottom corner. That's got a lot of good tack. Over here, I can pick up my finger, but I can roll it off. Over here, like, can't. You know, like that was a struggle. You know, over here, really good tack. Over here, medium tack. Around in here, very low tack. And down here, like no tack. There's a little right there, but like down here, no tack. And that's where I'm getting frustrated is, few drills will go down, everything will be fine, and then nothing. And then it's kind of ice skatey, and then nothing. And this canvas was $75. 15 shipping, so 90 total. And here we have, another canvas, pretty sizable. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is an AliExpress canvas, and watch, like that is how it should be. The glue is thick, it's tacky. Like I am struggling to get my finger off of this. You'll just, have to take my word for it. But very much more tacky, grabby, and not slippy, not ice skatey, as it is on the Cookie Monster canvas. So I've tried several other canvases just to see, it's not just this one. It's, the 5 others that I grabbed to compare were all much more tacky. So it is with a heavy heart, and, I take this serious. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm not trying to disparage anyone. I'm not trying to anything. I have to be honest, and I have to tell you guys what I'm seeing and experiencing, because that's why you come to a channel and watch. You come to a channel and watch for information, for entertainment, to see what's what. And this is part of it. So like I said, it's with a heavy heart that I have elected, after 8 or 9 hours of working on this and only getting this far, and being frustrated having to use glue. Oh, hey, sorry, I forgot to write you. Of my own. Let's see if I can you know, some canvas glue of my own to try to dab it on each square and then let it dry and then stick drills over here. I can't do that anymore. It would take me an eternity, and I have plans. I have a schedule to keep, and for me it's just not something that I have the patience or really the wick for. My wick is much too short. So you guys will not be seeing this particular canvas. You may see this image again. I do plan on buying and ordering custom diamond paintings. I'm going to try out a bunch of different companies, one from each one, maybe kind of compare them and stuff. I really do want this set, so I may see if I can get this image elsewhere, see if it turns out any better, because I do want the complete set. I love this image, but I just can't dedicate any more time, and I kind of can't do this to myself. We're supposed to be having fun. We're supposed to be enjoying the craft. It's not supposed to be frustrating, irritating, angering, you know, and it should come, you know, ready to go and fully doable. You know, that's the way it should be. So I'm just kind of seeing if any of the drills happen to fall off when I pick it up. I haven't picked it up yet. I'm shaking it a little bit. No, it looks like most of the gluing that I did held. So if you have a canvas that turns out like where it has low or no tack in areas, definitely, you know, using drill glue, if you have some handy, will help. But what if I'm a diamond painter? What if I'm new? What if I'm a diamond painter who doesn't buy a lot of accessories or extra tools, or can't afford to, or don't know about it? What if I didn't know about canvas glue and didn't have any? You know, I wouldn't be able to do this canvas. So I'm really bummed. I'm really bummed. I'm really sad. And I'm really sorry. Now, I do have to say that the company that made this, you probably have seen the video, is Meow FurEvah. And I did, sorry about all the stomach gurgling, guys. I'm having one of those days where I don't feel very good. But anyway, the canvas did come from him, and if you're familiar with this company, he does the smaller bite-sized, snack-sized canvases, and that's what he does, and that's what he's good at, and that's what he's used to. It was me that came to him and asked him, do you think you can do this? Like, would you want to do this, and can we do this? And I knew this would be his first large canvas. I knew that this would be his first custom, and I knew that, you know, this was not something he was doing on the regular. So this was a learning and growing experience for us both. He did, you know, do his best. We did have an issue with the original canvas that he sent off to have printed. It came out blurry. He corrected it by sending the image out to a different company to print the canvas, and then it came out great. The canvas was then sent back to him, and he applied the glue. I have spoken to Joe, and he did say that it's very possible that he made an error with the gluing situation, and he was very sorry and did offer to make, you know, recompense for that. So, you know, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. It's a learning experience, and I have given my feedback back to Joe personally in messages, so he does know how I feel about the glue, what my experience was with this glue situation, and he, moving forward, will hopefully endeavor to ensure that this doesn't happen again. It is my suspicion, and he would know better than me because he, you know, he makes these, but it's my suspicion, and from what it feels like and my experience, that perhaps there wasn't enough glue layer placed on, and or the glue wasn't spread, you know, really well. Like maybe it was pooled in a couple places and thin in others, but it does very much feel like, you know, maybe there needed to be another layer or two of glue, but again, I'm not a canvas making professional. I don't know. I just want to explain, since I did unbox this and I did tell you guys about this, and you know, express my excitement about it. I was freely talking about how this would be my primary whip, and you'd be seeing it in lots of videos and progress updates moving forward. That, you know, that is no longer the case. I am going to kit up a different canvas and get to work on that instead. And, you know, that's that on that. I just want to be honest and clear with you guys. I wasn't just gonna disappear it and hope nobody noticed. I do want to be honest and transparent. Those are just one person's thoughts and opinions, for whatever that's worth to you. I'm by no means disparaging Joe and all his hard work and his wonderful snack size kits. I have done one of those and it was perfect and fine. It's just, unfortunately, this canvas didn't work out for me this time. Thank you so much for listening to me kind of ramble and explain where Cookie Monster went and why we're not going to be seeing him anymore. Yeah, on to the next one. See you in the next video. Stay naughty.